What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another day. We're continuing off where we left off yesterday. Yesterday we got the oil cooler mostly plumbed and ready to go. However, we're waiting on the tap, like I mentioned, so we can finish it up. I did just have a package show up today, which was super awesome because it actually disappeared. It was supposed to arrive on 2 days ago, whenever that is. And I got a little notification from FedEx saying, hey, your package is delivered. It's sitting out front. Got home and it's nowhere to be found, which was like the worst feeling ever when you order anything kind of expensive. But it showed up today, so let's see it. Here it is. Whatcha? So I've already gotten into the box, but I did order a new turbo manifold from, yes, of course, the CX Racing. So nothing to write home about. I'm gonna guess that these are gaskets, and they give you turbo hardware, which is actually that's kind of nice. I'm glad they gave you turbo hardware. So I ordered this one because it's one of the very few cost-effective manifolds that you can find. So I ordered this for a T2 flange because I don't have a built motor, and if you're not familiar with Miatas, you can't make more than like 270 horsepower-ish and like 250 without risking it for the biscuit and blowing stuff up. But there you go. So if you look at the welds, they're not the worst. I've definitely seen worse welds, aka my own. So I think they'll hold up, and we'll give this thing a shot, and yeah, we can go ahead and throw that on the car. I've been kind of waiting for this for a second, so I'm kind of really excited this is here. Alright, so I'm actually super hyped with that because, like, if you can imagine it, once the ITBs are up over in here, because that'll be nice and stacked up, that'll look super cool. Now we actually kind of have something cool looking on the turbo side, and there's tons and tons of clearance still just because this was meant for a Miata, so you can see that there's tons of room in the frame rails and everything else, so that's super sick. Yeah, so I'm pretty hyped. I need to order some heat wrap for it because I should heat wrap that because, you know, we shouldn't heat soak everything in the over here in the corner. Yeah, I might play with the turbo and see how it kind of looks on top. Maybe. Ooh. All right, here's what she looks like with the inlet pointed in the right direction. I know the CHR is not in the right direction, but that's okay. Still got to do a bunch of cleaning up on this turbo anyway to get it to be useful for this setup. Anyway, manifold looks super sick. I just wanted to take a brief intermission for that. Hello, puppies. Anyway, wanted to take a brief intermission and show you guys that. All right, on today's activity, though, I do have a few things that I need to get done. To start up, I'd love to start by cleaning up and prepping the front brakes to go back on the car. So, seeing here's our front rotors. They're a little bit rusty, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna take these guys and we're gonna give them a bath in vinegar to help remove all of this rust. And then next up, I've got calipers way up in here, and they're okay looking. They're just kind of gross looking. You all know that your calipers work better when they're red, so we're gonna paint those red. So that's what we're gonna do today. Gonna go ahead and start by dumping these guys in their vinegar bath, and then we'll start painting the calipers. So let's get the vinegar bath started. All right, so we got our rotor in a oil drain pan, big enough, and we got a couple gallons of distilled white vinegar, just straight out of Walmart, super generic. All right, we're just gonna let that sit in there for about maybe an hour or two, and then we'll see how it comes out. Okay, so I've spent the last 20 minutes or so letting this thing soak. We're gonna continue letting it soak, but I just wanted to show you guys all this cloudiness and stuff in here. That's actually the rust releasing from the metal. So that's gonna be super cool and hopefully super easy to wipe off when we get to the end. While I was waiting on that stuff, I went ahead and just took a quick wire wheel to these calipers to just get the big old scale off of it so that the paint can hopefully adhere to something a little bit smoother. Degreased them, etc., etc. They're now hanging and they're ready for a quick coat of paint, so I'm gonna go ahead and start doing that. All right, so we just finished painting the rotors, or not the rotors, excuse me. We just finished painting the calipers. It's time to take a look at that rotor that we've had sitting in freaking vinegar for a second. Let me grab a rag. All right, so here it is. It looks still pretty gross, but if we just wipe it off, ooh, this thing smells vinegary. Ooh, look at that. All right, so we got our before and afters, which like, it's crazy how much that just took off, and like I didn't do any scrubbing, nothing. It was just literally, I'm just gonna dunk this guy in there. So this is sick. All right, so brake calipers are painted. The rotor, oh, which here's final result after wiping it down. It literally looks almost brand new. I figure a few cycles with the brake pads on it and all of the like gunk that's left on it will probably just scrape right off with normal use. So save money there, so that's good. Next up, while the paint dries on the calipers, I think I'm gonna start stripping the valve cover because I think it's time to change the color on it. It's been this wrinkle black for, I don't know, 2-3 years now. I think I kind of want to match my subframe color a little bit so we can get a little bit more of that pink popping in here. So I think we're gonna paint it pink. I got more of it. I think it's kind of a cool color, so I think we're gonna do it. So let's get the valve cover off and start stripping the paint. Stripper. Okay, so this has been sitting for about 30, 45, maybe even an hour, I don't know. It's time, we're just gonna like wipe it off and see what comes off, and then we'll go from there. Alright, so just went and gave it a quick rinse off with the garden hose outside real quick. And here's what's left. So I'm gonna use the old trusty wire wheel to go ahead and just see if we can remove any of this extra gunk, because it will make painting better. So I'm gonna do that and then see if we can get this thing dried. Well, a little bit of a mood killer was cleaning the valve cover on the workbench, and I had it in the vise, and I guess I just didn't have it quite tight enough. Fell off and put a big old crack in the front of it, and I am personally not a fan of the cut valve cover look. Otherwise, I'd just simply cut the front of the valve cover and move on with my life. But I don't really like it, so I'm gonna go look for another valve cover and pick this video up some other day. So that's probably gonna be it for right now. Thanks for watching. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.